Hello. Yeah, we're back to the bad lighting because I'm not shooting this during the day. It's like 10-ish. Yeah. This one is about my open day, university open day to Bath Spa University. That probably wasn't phrased quite right. Oh well. I realised this was one of the reasons I actually kind of got up the guts to actually start making these videos, because I thought, oh, I could film the university and what I'm actually thinking when I'm there and then put it all together. I didn't do that, partly because I was just like, ugh, people watching me film strange. And also because I'm bad, I can't edit things. I've never tried. I should probably try sometime, but I'm very lazy. So I didn't do that. I just thought I'd make a video and say what I thought of it. Okay. First impressions, well, honestly, I was just sleeping on the way up there. I was tired. That's why I wore my glasses on up. When we arrived, there was a really long drive, like I don't know if you've gone to National Trust Place or apparently Longley. That's what my mum compared it to. Like, giant drive all the way up. I was like, ooh, fancy. And also, then there was so much grounds and trees and hills, and there some cows or sheep. There was also a big lake, which was great for nature because honestly, I do like my nature. It's very good. Okay. First thing we did was go to the sign up tent thing. I got a little bag with some goodies in. Well, not goodies, like a pen and some information about the university, but goodies. My first talk that I wanted to go to was history, so I went there. It sounded, at first I was like, because they're just talking about the student experience, and then they started talking about the subject. I was like, oh my god, amazing, because they have access to archives, apparently a really good one, and I love that sort of stuff. I'm just like, oh my god, just sort of fangirling in my seat, but very composed on the outside. Then a lady came in and said there was a heritage talk going on in about 10 minutes. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go to that one as well. But before that, went into another room and you could kind of see what they've been doing. And they're setting up a Bath Spa archive of the history of it. And I got to see a dissertation from, I don't know, 50 odd years ago. It's all handwritten, all calligraphy and stuff. It was so pretty and like, I can never do that. I'm terrible at spelling. Also, I got some orange juice. And also here and in the sign up tent, there was biscuits going away. So I just got those, put those in my bag. Shh. So went to the heritage talk. That sounded really good as well. They're something more like personal history and building history and things should be saved. And I really like that sort of stuff. So I was like, ooh, excitement. And apparently you can take heritage modules even if you just take history. Okay. Then after that, I went to a different building, which was like 2 buildings away, and I looked at the publishing course. At Bath Spa they have a magazine, and most of it's online though. It's called Milk, and it's just articles published by students. And the lady here told us about the course, and it sounded really good. And it kind of reminded me of my graphics classroom because there are computers around the outside, and then also books on in the inside, like scrapbooks that people made for their work, which I really like doing. So by then I was like, oh god, yay! All the courses sound so good, but at the same time, no, more than I can take. Because you can do joint honours, but not freeway joint honours. Okay, then after that, we went down to the lake and had some food. It was really pretty, and I was like, oh my god, nature! And it was sunny, and yay, sun, but I'm not used to sun. I'm bad with sun. It's just like, my eyes, they burn. So, other people were like, oh my god, yay! And I'm just like, go away, be a bit more cloudy. Yeah, I'm settled with British weather. Let's put it that way. Okay, then after that, we went to see student accommodation, and the room was way bigger than I thought it'd be. Well, it's smaller than my room right now, but might have a big room. But it was bigger than I thought it would be, and yeah, it was quite nice. And the sort of place I would probably stay at would be one like that. I might have gone a slightly smaller room, just cheap as possible, really. But it's like 8 people in a building. They share 2 toilets and a shower, and they share a big kitchen. But it's really big, and there's cupboards which you can lock your own stuff in, which I would be, yeah, please, that exists. Pardon? And there's a big table where people can eat and actually be social. One of the things I really liked about it was, if I did live there, I could probably get to my lesson if I was rushing in like 5 minutes if I ran, or maybe even less. and 10 minutes leisurely stroll, very good. Also, went to go to the library. Now, I love books, and I was just like, oh my god, so many books, so many topics. I just would have loved to have just kind of sat there and looked at all the books. But, of course, I didn't. But there was so many, and there was a nice little area we can sit, and it was views out onto the ground, and also right outside of the library there was tables where you could sit and eat and actually talk. So you can take the book and just sit there. Then really, I'll probably just go back to my room because it's like 5 minutes away. Also, we went into a big fancy building, which I think they use for meetings or whatever, and they're so pretty, especially the ceilings. Also, they had Japanese art, sort of like a maki, but not, and I love that sort of stuff. I was like, oh god, I wanted to look at it for so much longer. Then after that, I went into the signing tent again, and I picked up some more stuff, and I talked to careers people, and I was saying how I like manga, but also history and travel and lots of stuff. And they're like, oh, so you just like the whole kind of how they fit, like kind of cultural industry type thing. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, you should go to this talk. It's like creative communications or something. And they're like, oh, it starts right now. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go. I didn't really ask much what it was about. And so I grabbed my parents and went off there. And it was just about people making videos. That wasn't what I wanted to do. And after 45 minutes of sitting there, and only being about 2/3 of the way through the video of the thing, we left. Bit rude, I know, but that wasn't what I wanted to do, and it was so long. I mean, some of the videos were cool, but I was just like, I don't want to do this, I want to leave. So we did, and then we drove to Bath. So gorgeous. It made me think I was because earlier on this year, I went to Rome, and it made me feel kind of like I was back there, and I was like, why are people speaking English? But it was so pretty and just gorgeous, and there was a river and really nice buildings, and there was music because they ended like a music festival or something. Ice cream places, and there was also nice individual shops, and there was lots of galleries which you could just walk into and see. There was just everything was so nice. And there was some really cool houses, called the Circus. It was like a circle, and all the houses facing inwards. And then there was also the Crescent, which all faced to a park, and really pretty. Also, there's the Bath Spas, which look quite cool, but a really long queue. The Fashion Museum and the Jane Austen place. And if you go to Jane Austen, you can dress up as characters from is it Victorian? I'm not sure. But we didn't go in there because I had to kind of go home. So yeah. Then we went to my granny and granddad's, had some tea, and then we came back home. Okay. But what I realised on the way home, we forgot to go check out the student facilities, so the sports centre or the hub, cafeteria, that sort of place. But yeah, if I do go back, I'll check those out for sure. Also, I'll just actually wander around the entire campus. Okay. Now, a kind of overview of what I thought. I thought the subjects were really good. Also, they had really good links with industries, especially places in Bath. And Bath seemed like a really good place to be for history and also publishing. So that's really cool. It was really small set of buildings, but then I realised I hadn't actually gone around all of them. But at the same time, it's sort of, I'm not sure if I'd get bored. But the smallness is nice because I could wake up late, and also if I forgot something, I can just run back and grab it. And because you're 10 minutes or something away from Bath, and then Bath's really close to Bristol, it's I can get to bigger cities and see things, but that would cost money. But the grounds were gorgeous, and I could just kind of because also the same with Bath. When I wander around where I live, it's not that inspiring, but if you wander around there, you feel happy, and that's really good. So location's good, the subjects are quite good. The history teacher, I'm not really sure, she didn't seem too enthusiastic, but I'm not sure if that's because she was just not actually teaching her subject, just sort of chatting. I'm not really sure. But overall it seemed good. And one of the things I noticed in the library was it had teach yourself Japanese bit, and because I really want to learn Japanese, but they don't offer any links with Japan at all. I was a bit sad about that, but with that, I could totally imagine myself taking out some books, going sitting amongst the trees, trying to learn it, and just, the library, gorgeous, so many sections of books. Because that's why I'm so sad sometimes in, my school library. I'm like, no, because I love books, it's so gorgeous. So yeah, I can't really think of a star system on this, because I don't haven't really got anything to compare it to yet. Well, I compared it to Exeter campus, but no. Good university-ish, good grounds. My one kind of thing is because I don't need such high grades to get in, I'm not sure if it's so well respected, but I really like it. And then again, if I can only get those grades, why not go to a good place like this? I think it looks nice. Okay, God, over 10 minutes of talking. Actually, I'm fine. Okay, bye. After this, I was going to make another one. I have a plan for next video. I'm just gonna go. Bye.